Okay, now we're going to do some marketing research for applications. Now, we're going to start off with the Google AdWords tool, and it's important to remember that a lot of this data is probably not going to be reflective of real-time data, but it will give us an idea of what we can expect when we're looking at local markets. Now, first of all, let's go and we're going to select the United States, and we're going to select English as the language. We're going to come down here and we're going to include all mobile devices. Now, we could get mobile devices with full internet browsers. Let's try that one. Now, let's go back up here, and what we're going to do is we're going to have a look at the automotive parts market. Okay, there's a lot of different markets that we could take a look at, from restaurants to taxi cabs and just about anything in between. But let's look at this one particular market here, because the automotive parts industry is at an all-time high because of the way the economy is going. Many people are choosing to repair their automobiles rather than go and take it to a shop or to buy a new car. So let's take a look at auto parts, and let's see what we come up with when we search for that particular search term. Auto parts store, parts discount, O'Reilly, auto parts online, auto parts warehouse. There's just there are quite a lot of results here, and I'm going to fix this where you can see it a little bit better. So you can see here there's quite a market here. Now let's have a look at this one, and let's look at the Google search terms for this. And you can see there's quite a market here for that. We've got a lot of advertising going on, so this would also be a good market to tap into for advertising. So if you look on here, there's just tons and tons of very good marketing information and data here. Let's go back. Let's have a look at, there we go. Now this shows us a little bit more of the data that we're really looking for here. Now we've got 110,000, and that's going to equal out. And we got stores. I'm going to move this back over so you can see it a little bit better. Most of these numbers are identical, which means that there may not be a whole lot of data to work with. However, we look at auto parts stores, auto parts store. Now those are good keywords to look at. Let's look at used auto parts. And we're going to create the search there. Now there are a lot of different ways you can interpret this data, okay? You can see we're getting some state-specific searches here. And if you're able to look at the particular places that you're at, you can have a look here. We've got Houston, 390. Austin. So you can see here there's not a whole lot of data here, but if you're in a marketplace where you can directly contact these people, then you can really find some good places to market applications for these small businesses. Let's go with buy auto parts. Now we're going to look at buy auto parts, and let's see what we come up with here. Okay, we're getting a little bit better. That 2,400 is not bad. Where to buy auto parts, okay? So you can see that there are a lot of really good keywords there. Where can I buy auto parts? 2,400. Where to buy auto parts? 2,400. Okay, so there's a lot of really good keywords here that you can use in your application. Of course, using this tool here, you can download them. But always remember, when you're doing research, a lot of times the data that's presented to you may be fresh, but most likely it's probably 30 to 60 days old at least. So, that's why it's always important to develop a good habit of doing research at least on a weekly basis. It usually only takes a few minutes. In this video here, we've done several different market searches, Now here's New Jersey Auto Parts, 12,100. That's pretty good. And Tucson, 3,600. Miami, 5,400. USA Auto Parts, 6,600. Auto Parts Houston, 9,900. Okay, so now we're getting up into the range where you could really do some good with having a look at the market. So if you're in Houston, you can take a look at the Google search, and you can also have a look at the actual local searches for these particular markets. Okay, so I just wanted to give you a basic idea of how you can go in and find information here. So you can see here, best auto, car auto parts, cheap auto, auto parts warehouse. And so you can take a lot of these keywords and use them in your application, but try to target them for the specific market that you're looking at. So I mean, you could actually create an application and add in there, some information on, self-repair. So this is just a sort of a primer here. So the next part, we're going to have a look at trending searches both on Google and on Bing. Okay, here we are on Bing, and you can have a look at this. This is Buy Auto Parts, buyautoparts.com, Mitsubishi coupon code, San Antonio.com, how to, San Diego. Okay, let's look at how to. Now, this is, what they call trending information, so it changes pretty rapidly. But you can see here, we've got an advertisement here. That's the first thing you see. And then you've got how to, auto parts, buy auto parts. And there's, let's look at the results. The results here speak for themselves. And we can also go with the past 24 hours. And you get sort of a different look then. So you can see there is a lot of information here that you can glean from doing these little searches. Also, be aware that there are some rules and regulations regarding the use of these tools. So be aware of that too. Okay, so now let's go to Google, buy auto parts. Okay, so Google's not giving us quite as much as Bing did. So Bing's a little bit ahead of the curve here. So let's try the how to buy auto parts. Okay, so now you've got this is interesting. Now you'd like to see a little bit more data here. Looks like Bing is sort of giving out a little bit more data than what Google is, which is pretty much expected. So just a quick overview of how you can do this. You can take a look at these things, and then you can get a better idea of how you can use this data to help support your application. Now this is, of course, a very specific niche market, but this same technique that you've seen here can be used for just about any kind of research that you would like to do, and I would recommend using more than one search engine. Okay, so that's just a basic primer on how to do keyword marketing and research. And of course, remember, when you're doing this is everything, not just the mobile devices like we were doing with the AdWords tool. Okay, so just wanted to give you a brief overview of how this works and give you an idea of how you can make use of this information to help support your marketplace Android app or even your iPhone app.